The Rug Rack and Home Decor, where knowledge and quality matter.
Alright, welcome back everyone. My name's Scotty BL. Welcome back to the Yeah Broadcast Network. This is what you see on the screen right now is the Elite Championship Racing League Camping World Series 2016 Chase for the win. This is the round. This is not going to be round one right now. This is the last race before we go to the chase. We are at Chicagoland tonight, which I will get to switching the screen here shortly. But right now, as far as the championship goes, for the chase, anyways, right now we got Ronnie Norman in first, Jason O'Connor in second, Douglas Hess in third, Johnny Smith in fourth, Jeremy Rubin in fifth, Tony Diamond in sixth, Blake Freeman in seventh, and Bobby O'Neill is in eighth. If he shows up, if not, we will only have 7 running for the championship this season. And in the broadcast booth was me, as always, is Mr. Josh Sheets. Mr. Josh Sheets, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you so much, Mr. Scotty. This is going to be a great fun, and it's going to be a completely different broadcasting for us here tonight.
Yes, it is.
While we are broadcasting to you nice folks at home, one of us will be on the track, and if the track changes, we'll be able to know firsthand exactly what kind of changes it's going to make.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out, okay, my screen's black for some reason. That's not good. It was working just fine earlier. Hold on. Technical difficulties before we start. There's only 10 people running tonight, so no worries, folks. I am going to get this fixed.
No worries, folks, and to burst your bubble a little bit, Scotty, I'm just going to give you a hard time because I haven't done it here lately. We are in the boardroom.
Now, Josh, you are running here tonight as well, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be running. It's a short field tonight. Most people are locked in. They decide they want to take a week off or whatever, and in a short field, I can be able to tell what everybody's doing from the cockpit from my driver's view.
That is awesome. Hold on just a second, folks. I'm figuring this out. This is really strange. Yeah, Jane, I'm trying to figure this out, why it's not showing up.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm gonna exit out of the broadcast real quick. Give me like 5 seconds, and I'm gonna open this right back. Sorry about that, folks. We are back, and I'm not sure what happened with OBS, but it was being a little temperamental. You're having trouble on your end too, there, Josh?
Yeah, just a little bit of trouble.
I'm not sure what happened. Jane, you should be able to see the race now. Again, apologies, and apologies to anyone else out there in the audience that's watching. These guys are qualifying right now. Ooh, wow. Richard Tesk with a 30.205. Now, Jane, I don't know if you came in early enough to see the chase, but that's what we're down to right now, and your baby boy out there is sitting second in points right now for the chase. Josh, you got a copy? Or you're qualifying? Never mind. Very welcome. So today, it's because this was a night race and because Chicagoland does not have a night option on iRacing, this race has been set to completely overcast, and that messes with the air temperature at 78.01 degrees, and the track temperature is only 83 degrees. So I ran out here myself. Josh is actually running tonight, and we found that the track is going to be really easy to run here on these trucks. A lot easier than Cup and Xfinity. How's it?
Oh yeah, it's a lot more fun, a lot more easier. We're able to be on the throttle a lot more, so it's going to be extremely interesting on how we attack this. Because once again, I'm going to be preaching this while I'm driving. It's going to be tires, tires, tires.
And this is a little different for you tonight. You haven't been out on the track while broadcasting in quite a few races.
It's going to be interesting.
Plus, with your new computer setup, everyone out there, Josh got a new computer, and he's able to see iRacing at what it should be, and he's broadcasting as well. So hopefully everything turns out good for him, and even being able to see everything actually helps because you can see where the marbles are laid out. You can see where the track's heating up. It's really nice to be able to use that power of your graphics card to be able to see how iRacing intended everybody to race. She has no sound now. Is it because you're watching Jason's as well? I'm gonna turn up my volume real quick. Is it because you're watching? Okay, it's working on my end, Jane. Did you figure it out, Josh?
I did made a mistake on making the event. I want to mess with it when I get done qualifying.
Okay. So the only ones to not qualify Well, you guys both have to qualify, or Chuck and yourself.
Yeah, we are now mandated to qualify for pit selection, but I didn't was not able to get my laps in during qualifying. I was in the garage mostly, so I'm going to be starting from the pit, so it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to have to wait for that first caution.
Now, hopefully, with 10 people running, only 10 people running, that the caution clock will be a factor. If it's not, then, we had, what was it, 114 laps Monday night green with the Xfinity. So this is only 110 laps, so there should be green flag pit stops and a lot of green flag running, if not full green flag running, minus the caution clock.
We're going to have some good green flag run. Here's one thing that we did not have in Xfinity is we're going to have tonight the ability to run almost full throttle all the way around the track.
Now, have you been lifting in 3 or 1?
I have not lifted once.
Ooh, but even after the tire wear, I imagine you'd probably have to lift in 1.
I tested that in practice earlier, and there we go, up to fourth. I tested out in practice. I would probably stayed full throttle for maybe 8, 9 laps, and it started pushing.
So, I mean, what's the fuel gonna be like? What's it, how many laps on fuel?
Laps on fuel, we won't have to worry about the laps on fuel. The caution clock will come out, but it's whoever has the most tire life there at the last few minutes. You abuse the tires, like if you go full throttle like I did during practice, it starts pushing. Everybody that's saving their tires uh, will be able to sneak up on you and pass you, and you'll fall back.
You think, with these caution clocks, you think people will take 4 or just 2?
Always four, always four. Uh, we learned at Pocono with uh, with Aaron Berger. He took only one tire.
Uh-huh.
Even if you took two tires, it doesn't matter. Four always prevails. Now, if some miracle you take two, you get out in front and everybody behind you wrecks on the last lap, it might work. But four always prevails.
Yeah, no, it's, I never trust only taking 2 tires. I've done that a couple times, and it's just no good for me. So let's just take a quick look at the chase again before they start gridding. See, right now, this is not a chase race. The first chase race will be next week at New Hampshire.
Another fun track. It's a short track at heart, but it is a speedway. It's a mile long, flat. I mean, the trucks will probably be sliding, or there might be some grip, depending on what iRacing gives us.
And without Bobby O'Neill being here, it's only going to be 7 running for the championship. So when we get to round of 6, only one person's going to be dropped out.
Well, it's gonna make some interesting run there.
Oh, Schweikart's in here.
Yep, Schweiker, he's gonna be another one that's gonna be starting from the pits with me.
I didn't realize he snuck in.
Him and Nicole Johnson, I believe she's going to be starting in the pits with me, and I think she's going to be possibly doing a starting park. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because as we got word earlier, she will be running with a mouse tonight. Her wheel's messed up right now, so she's going to attempt to try to do a couple laps. And as you see our very small field here tonight, let's go ahead and do a chase. You got Brad Bohr starting in first position on the outside, on the inside. Followed by Jason O'Connor.
By Brad Bohr. We got Jason O'Connor, and beside him, I mean, Jason O'Connor, he's been improving a lot this year.
Followed by Ronnie Norman. And then behind, right beside Ronnie Norman, well, diagonally is going to be Richard Tesk, who unfortunately was 2 laps down. Not 2 laps, 2 races away, I think, from being able to be in the chase. And yeah, Blake, sorry about that. That's too bad. You are right now. You are 7th on the chase right now. So you're not really gonna. There's only 4 people here tonight running for the chase, to be in the chase. So you should be fine. Still waiting for a few people to grid. Now with this, with the new way we've implemented the rules, you have to qualify, and you should qualify for a pit box. However, if you've not put in the number of laps, you have to start from the pits.
That is correct, and as you guys see, I would be starting 4th if I was done my laps in practice, but I did not successfully do my laps in practice, so I'm going to be starting this race in the pits. So it's going to be very interesting to see if we go all the way to the 20 minutes. I'm hoping people will feel that they're doing the full throttle all the way around. They'll get a little froggy as a driver perspective, but as a broadcaster, I hope we go green all the way.
Exactly. Now this is interesting to see. You have Jason O'Connor and Richard Tesk starting on the outside, something we really haven't seen at all this season. Starting on the outside and in the front.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fun deal to watch. Those two have still been improving all year long. I mean, nothing but good stuff coming out of these guys.
And then you have Brad Bohr and Ronnie Norman right on the inside. And Ronnie Norman right now, as you guys all know, if you've been watching the year long, that he is ahead in points right now. And the pace car is in. Give them hell, boys.
And the caution clock has started.
And remember, you guys out there watching, it is a 20-minute caution clock. The caution clock will be off when there is 20 laps to go. And as you see, Ronnie Norman took 2nd position away from Jason O'Connor. But Jason is not far back at all. Him and Richard Tesk, they run together weekly. So these guys really know how to play off each other in the trucks, and as well as just knowing the racetrack. And
as a driver, Scotty, I'm back here in 8th place. I believe 8th place, and I'm sitting here waiting on John Schweikert. I know John Schweikert is good. I'm sitting here waiting on him to come up here, and we get in like a Talladega Daytona draft here. We got Jeremy Rubin, and we got Nicole Johnson. Looks like she's going into the pits.
Yeah, she can't run with a mouse. There's no way. I mean, it's hard enough to run without a wheel. And you got a battle position right now with Tony Diamond and the 74 Richard Tesk. Tony Diamond's coming on the inside. He's not gonna get it, but he's just itching closer. And you got Jason O'Connor now in 2nd. He pushed Ronnie Norman out of the way, but Ronnie's dropping back a little bit. Ronnie taking that high line coming into 1 and 2. You think that's a smart move on Ronnie?
I think so. Just sit here and wait.
I mean, there's only 11 cars on track, 11 trucks on track, so I mean, it's gonna be a very spread out race. Chuck Harrell is not running. Chuck Harrell decided not to run, so there may be only 10 people on track.
Had to cancel my broadcast, Scotty, because I was doing backflips.
Oh man, yeah, you might not have the power enough yet. And thank you guys out there for watching.
It costed me 8 seconds.
Oh man. Hope you guys can hear everything alright. Hope you guys can hear me. I only got a few people watching out there, but thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, Schweikart is off the track. Running in the, it's gotta be, truck, and I appreciate that, but he slammed directly into the pit wall. Josh Sheets in the broadcast booth. Yeah, tough break for him. Just gonna say you're running on the track and the broadcast booth, pulling a little bit of double duty here tonight. Nicole Johnson is out too. We got Brad Bohr up here with Jason O'Connor right on his tail. Jason has snuck up in the last couple laps. Jason had the best lap time in practice, so hopefully he'll be able to prove that here tonight, that he knows how to run this track and maybe take Ronnie Norman away from a win. All the love out there for you, Ronnie Norman, but, you know, it's nice to see other people up front there, man.
Scotty, I don't know if it's just me, but it just sounds like you're like a robot over here.
Does it?
It was there for a minute.
Well, I only got one person watching. I think it might be Jane.
It could be me. I'm not sure. I'm having all kinds of issues with this new computer.
Did it fix it?
I don't know. It's probably me.
Anybody out there in the audience want to let me know if my audio sounds good?
I don't know. Yeah, already in lap 10, my truck is already pushing coming out of 2.
That's craziness.
I got into the wall just a little bit. Yeah, already in lap 10, my already pushing coming out of 2. One thing I'm noticing, Scotty, is Ronnie Norman staying right at 2 seconds behind these guys. The fact that these two got ahead of Ronnie Norman by 2 seconds on a speedway track in the trucks with the fixed setup is just awesome, as we have a pass for the lead.
Oh man, Jason O'Connor sitting in first position. 11 laps in, ladies and gentlemen, and we got a lead change.
I was practicing beside Jason O'Connor, and he had some decent long run speed, so it might play into his favor.
And him and Richard Tesk are both running the Hell Yeah Racing paint scheme out there for Michael Kinner, Mike Kinner. We miss you, man. You are welcome back to the track anytime. Want to see you out there racing again. And just a big shout out to you. You know, all of us miss you in the ECR family. And come back, man. You need to be out here.
Yeah, well, I really do miss his streams, you know.
Oh yeah, those rated R streams out there. Nothing like this. unless you watch any of my other videos or anything. But on these ECR streams, I keep it mostly professional as best as I can. Ronnie Norman's about a minute point 4 seconds behind Jason O'Connor, and not a minute, a second, and then about 1.1 seconds behind Brad Bohr. So let's go to the broadcast blimp view here and see how spread out these guys really are. Got Richard Test sitting in fourth, almost 2 seconds behind Ronnie Norman. But Tony Diamond is right on his tail, only about a second, a 0.1 second off. See Richard Test going down that apron, trying to gain a little momentum. And it's easy to do in these trucks to actually gain that momentum. Oh, and Tony Diamond's caught right up on Richard Test. But right behind him, you got Ken Ron, who's about a second behind him. And then you got Jeremy Rubin back here at 7th. He is 17.5 seconds behind Jason O'Connor. And then Josh, you're about 25 seconds behind Jason O'Connor.
Oh, let's just make it smaller. They're about 6 seconds behind me. That makes me feel faster.
Yeah, you're right. But Ronnie Norman's closing that gap just a bit.
What I'm thinking, Scotty, is for the short run speed, some of these guys did a smaller steering ratio, which allows a lot of wheel input, and that wears your tires a lot more. I'm curious to see if any of these guys forgot to turn their steering ratio back up.
Oh, that could play a factor. I've done that myself. And Brad Bohr is going on the inside of Jason O'Connor, trying to get him to stay on that high side and take the lead back, and he has done it. But don't give up on Jason just quite yet. He's still pushing for that lead back, but Ronnie Norman's caught up quite a bit. They're now running about, well, Ronnie's trying to go on the outside, but I don't think he's going to gain any ground. There's about a truck length between Ronnie Norman and Jason O'Connor, about 2 truck lengths between Brad Bohr and Jason O'Connor, but Jason is letting Ronnie Norman take on that inside. Maybe that's a strategy of let Ronnie run down his truck so that he's no good near the end.
Jason is thinking big picture racing here. He knows there is 10 minutes remaining in this run, so he's going to save his tires and let everybody else run their race.
I mean, we still have 90 laps left to go, 91 laps left. And the race has been going on for about 15 minutes now.
We're approaching we are past the 10-minute mark.
Glad you're keeping track of that.
We're sitting at 9 minutes and 35 seconds at the moment.
So you got John Schweikart, you got Chuck Harrell, who never gridded, and you got Nicole Johnson, who are all out. And Tony Diamond sitting back here in 5th. Richard Test has moved up to 4th, I think. Yeah, he has moved up to 4th. He started 6th. And he actually started 4th on the outside because where you couldn't grid there, Josh. And Ronnie Norman's trying for the lead. He's got Brad Bohr pinned up against the outside wall. And, they're neck to neck coming into 3 and 4. And now Ronnie Norman has taken the lead for another lead change, ladies and gentlemen. 3 lead changes in 22 laps.
I know one thing, Scotty. I better get it going or I'm going to be getting a visit from these guys here in a few laps.
Well, if you keep it up, you might hit the caution clock so you won't be a lap down. But even if you do hit the caution clock, you would be the lucky dog.
Yeah, either way, I'm getting the top 10 tonight.
Right? There's no way you can't. I mean, Yeah, because there's only 8 people on the track. I mean, hell, you'd probably get a top 5 tonight if you play cards right.
Probably. These tires are doing something weird now. I guess the rubber is built up from practice, and it's just weird. I mean, it's wearing funny. I mean, there's a huge push going in.
And you're running, like, middle line, aren't you?
I'm running, well, I have no choice. If I run the bottom, I'm going to be winding up at the top anyway.
Yeah, so you're running that second, almost that bottom second lane, right in the middle.
Of course, I had that connection issue earlier, so no telling what it done to my tires.
Of course. And Richard Tesk is about 4.2 seconds away from the leader. Oh, that was a big zoom in on Jason O'Connor. Got Ronnie Norman sitting in first. And Ronnie Norman's catching you. Where's that caution clock at? Oh!
That apron got me.
Gotta say, that clock must be coming right up.
Yeah, it's coming. I looked at it, and the next thing I know, I was on that apron. Yeah, we're right at 6 minutes.
Let's do an onboard with Ronnie Norman real quick. See how he's running. See, he only went down to the apron just a hair. He didn't actually go fully on it like a lot of, like I've seen from a lot of the other trucks. And he's riding that outside wall high on the backstretch. And if you can see his rear view mirror, you can see how far back Jason O'Connor and Brad Boyer is. And Jason O'Connor just got second place. Don't know how well you guys can see that on the stream.
A lot of respect being showed tonight. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Actually, it's funny you say that because Schweikart posted a post earlier this week, well, yesterday on Facebook, saying the amount of respect shown between the Xfinity and the Cup races, and you're seeing it here tonight. Yeah, we have a small field, but there's no reason to race like an ass either way. I mean, especially now that we're on the chase. Or, I mean, this is the last race for the truck season before the chase, but all the other series, they are ready for the chase. And actually, the Cup had their first chase race last night, which from what I saw was a really good race. That's over on MaxB TV. It's right in the description. And if you want to see the Xfinity series, that's over on ARAN Broadcasting. That's also in the description. And for next week's race, I'll have Jason's channel up. And Josh, if you can figure out what's going on with yours, I'll have your channel link up as well in the description.
I gotta turn a few things down, I believe.
And
We'll
you
give
got
it a few more weeks.
yeah, tweak some setting. You got Tony Diamond and Richard Tesk out here racing side by side. Richard Tesk getting a little bit more of a move on him, but Tony Diamond's trying to go for that inside, but Richard seems to be doing fine just in that second lane. Got Jason O'Connor in second. He is 2 seconds almost behind Ronnie Norman now. I knew it wasn't going to be long before Ronnie was up front there. This isn't a road race, so...
Well, that was almost guaranteed. If he's in there, he's going to be around the front. But what I'm surprised to seeing is how close are they keeping Ronnie Norman to them.
Not very.
He gained a little bit from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, he gained about 0.2 seconds over that last lap from Jason O'Connor.
I don't want to say this, Scotty, but I think I'm going to be going 2 laps down.
Where's that caution clock at there, man?
Oh, right at 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, you'll probably keep a lap. You've got about a half a track length ahead of Ronnie Norman right now. You see these
damage fixed.
Yeah, get that lap back, get your lucky dog, and then definitely get your damage fixed. You see how spread out these guys are. As I said, there's only 8 people racing, so it's interesting. This caution clock is really going to move people around, I do believe.
And it's also going to give Jeremy Rubin a chance to restart with the field, because remember, he started from the pits along with me and John Schweikart.
Yes, he did. I was trying to see if Schweikart was still in chat, but he's not. He left.
1 minute, Scotty. 1 minute.
All right, awesome. Again, just want to thank you guys out there for watching. I know there's only a few of you tonight. It's been a long season. There's been a lot of breaks, and that's just because the trucks don't run as much. And we haven't quite decided as a league yet whether or not we will have a truck season next season, or if we're going to swap it out for dirt, or if we're going to swap out Xfinity for dirt, or what's going to happen. I mean, it all depends on how many people we have by the beginning of next season. Honestly, I think, dirt is great, but I think it's a little overhyped. I mean, it's going to be fresh, so it's fresh for them. It's a brand new engine for dirt that they're building. So I think there's going to be a lot of tweaking they'll have to do. And there is the caution clock, ladies and gentlemen. And you did not go 2 laps down there, Josh.
I was starting to bite my nails because they were getting very close.
Alright, let's go ahead and pull Ronnie Norman down. Ronnie Norman, welcome to the broadcast booth.
What's up, Scotty?
So you managed to land your first place position again.
Yeah, we're up here, so we'll see what we can do with it.
Well, how's the track feel out there tonight?
The track feels really good. It's probably one of the better setups we've had this year, so there's a lot of grip. You don't really have to worry about getting loose off any of the corners, so not being loose is a good thing here.
Exactly. It seems like it's been real great for you. Josh is out on the track and in the booth with us, and he said it's actually really great out there tonight.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
All right.
It's really great. I also gave Ronnie Norman a scare there a few laps ago.
And Ronnie, you are first. You are first out, but with one of the slower pit times.
Yeah, I messed up getting into my box. I was a little sideways.
Yeah, got that. Yeah, you had a 14.983 pit time.
Yeah, I came in way too hot.
Hell, it was worth it. You got back out in first. But Jason O'Connor is right behind you.
Yeah, Jason's. Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty fast truck.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
Yeah, second place.
Yeah, and you got Brad Bohr right behind him. I mean, actually, you got Richard Tesk up there now. Wow, and Brad Bohr.
Or at least this will fill their bunch the field back up for some of the guys that had to start in the pits.
Exactly. Well, all right, I'll let you continue leading this pack out there, and good luck out there to you tonight.
Thank you, man.
Let's bring somebody I've never had in here, I don't think. Mr. Jason O'Connor, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you, Scotty. How we doing?
Pretty good. I don't think you've ever been up here, or maybe once.
No, this is my first time.
Well, see, you've been running second here, and actually you got your running buddy, Richard Tesk, right behind you.
Yeah, I feel good about him behind me. I know he's not going to get up here and give me too much of a hard time unless he gets a big run, and I'll just let him go anyways. But, no, good race so far. Burnt my stuff up a little bit too quick on that first run, and so I figured out what I need to do.
Yeah, but you guys are still running good. I mean, pretty much everyone was spread out. I know near the end there, Ronnie, I think, had like a 2-second lead on you. But, you know, between you and Brad, you guys were pushing it pretty hard the first, 10 laps.
Yeah, we were, and I think that's why Ronnie was able to get back by and get right going there again. He saved his stuff. I thought it was weird that I got by him so quick.
Yeah, what are your predictions for this next leg of the race before the next caution clock?
You know what? I think more of the same. I think you've got a pretty good idea of who your players are going to be for the end of this race.
Well, hopefully it's between you four that have been up here.
Yep, I'd like to think so too. Everybody's good up here, and it's been some good racing.
All right, well, good luck to you out there, and let Rich know good luck to him as well. I see he's up front.
Yes, sir. I'll let him know. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the help. Mom said the stream's looking beautiful.
Great to hear.
All right, bub. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Go get him, James, baby boy.
Now, Josh, were you able to get back on lead lap?
I got back on lead lap. I had a couple of minutes. I had a few minutes optional, so I'm going to sit in there and let it get fixed.
I don't blame you. It's a long race. I mean, there's still 68 laps left, so... no. Yes, 68 laps.
I have one more caution clock.
At least.
At least.
Pace car is in. Ronnie Norman's on the inside, and he's taking off. But you got Richard Tesk and Jason O'Connor right up here with him. But you got Jeremy Rubin up here as well. Rubin also running for the chase. And if I haven't done so already, I'd like to give a big shout out to the Rug Racket Home Decor, this year's sponsor for the Truck Series. And just wanted to thank you guys. They're located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I will play a commercial, I think, the next caution clock, or if we have a caution between them, I don't think it's going to happen, but at least there will be a commercial at that point.
Yeah, I can't thank those guys enough for putting their name on the Truck Series and allowing us to do this to do a little bit of entertainment for the people at home.
That's much, much appreciated. Without their help, this season couldn't happen, actually, on YouTube. Well, the season would still be there, but it would not be broadcasted. Now this is interesting. You got Jeremy Rubin up here in second, then Jason O'Connor in third, followed by Tony Diamond, and then then Brad Bohr, then Richard Tesk, and then Ken Ron.
Jeremy Rubin had some speed. I noticed when we first came out of the pits, he took off like a rocket. So I'm not too surprised that he's up there. I'm basically surprised he's not already in the lead.
Well, you got a nice little pack right here from second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then right behind him, right behind that pack, you got the pack of Richard Tesk and Ken Ron. Man, with only 8 people out here tonight, I should be able to know who these guys are, but damn. It's been a long week, folks. I am so glad that tomorrow is my last day of work for a 3-day weekend. Actually, me and the wife are celebrating our 4-year anniversary, so.
Wow.
I see that you're now 3 laps down, and Ronnie Norman's probably going to catch you, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I still have a lot of damage to fix.
Well, you're out there for driver's points or owner's points?
Owner's points. And this truck has not had that many races this season. I wonder why.
Well, you had a driver there for a while. What happened to that? Seems like you get some, then you lose some, then you get some, and then they're just like, nope.
Yeah. I had a driver lined up, but he didn't show up tonight, so that's why we're doing this now.
Well, there's always next season, or merge a couple teams together. If we keep the trucks next season, I could see that happening. I mean, just because the low amount of attendance that we have. I mean, we have an option to have a 40 truck field, and I think the most I've seen was 32 or 33 earlier in the season. Let's say, stay high, stay high.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Drugs are bad, stay high.
This is intense, Scotty.
Yeah.
Knowing you're a good 20 miles per hour slower than these guys.
Yeah, they are just pulling away from you, and they're not really drafting too close together, so. Oh, but Tony Diamond got a little bit of a push there on Jeremy Rubin.
Yeah, I think I heard Jeremy Rubin's progress. He was on the outside of Jason O'Connor, and he had to check up a little bit because I was up there.
Now, the top 4 right now, you got Ronnie Norman, Jason O'Connor, Jeremy Rubin, and Tony Diamond. They are all running for the Cup right now for that chase. Brad Bohr is not. Brad Bohr has been racing, though, off and on, but isn't he running for the Cup?
I think he's Xfinity.
You might be right on that. Yes, I do believe you're right on that. I don't follow it enough. You think I would driving for that series?
Yeah, I mean, you think both of us would.
Right. But yeah, I didn't make the chase this season. I had enough races, but I didn't have enough experience behind the wheel, as I only started iRacing this January, and I raced with the controller for 3 months, so I really didn't have a lot of wheel time behind me when I joined the league, so that left me with like top 20s and stuff like that. Not enough to get points enough to be in the chase, but hopefully next season, if we have truck, if we have Xfinity, I will be up there with the rest of them.
Scotty, I don't know what's going on with Ken Ron, but he pulled off the track and went into the pits. So I don't know if he's done or he's getting a pit stop. I'm not sure.
He's changing tires. I don't know what happened. Got a little bit of damage. It looks like he scraped that outside wall quite a bit. Yeah, he's got a lot of right front damage right now.
Well, it looks like I'll have somebody to fight for position with.
Yeah. But hey, you're gonna hit a top 10 either way. It's nice to see this front pack of 5 trying to catch, or front pack of 4 trying to catch Ronnie, and I think they're playing off of each other, trying to close that gap.
If they go in sequence, if they stay nose to tail, I mean, if they hit the throttle just right, the let-off points just right, they can catch him just by the draft, because I believe in the tracks like this, the draft helps out a lot.
Yeah, you figure it's a 1.5-mile track, so there's a lot of room to play with, and these are 3 to 4 lane wide, actions going on here. Oh, that's very awesome, Jane. She's writing in the chat. She figured out how to have this stream here and Jason's stream going at the same time without the sounds interfering. That's very awesome here. I'm glad you're able to watch both perspectives. And Jason gave me a big thumbs up for helping him figure out how to broadcast and do the settings and all that. And I personally want to thank Rudy, who's over on Max Speed TV. He broadcasts a whole bunch of iRacing leagues, and he's actually on the portal. I'm using his settings that he uses, minus the overlays. But big shout out to him, and I want to appreciate you making it great. Great to see a broadcast as good as yours out there.
Yeah, Rudy Cummins is a standout guy, and huge props to that man.
Man, we've been giving a hell of a lot of shout-outs here tonight.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the shout-out broadcasting network.
Right? Race before the chase, and it's just like, I just want to thank everybody.
Am I seeing this right, or is Jason O'Connor within a second of Ronnie Norman?
He's dropped back a little bit. He was 0.8 seconds. Now he's at 0.9. He did lose that draft a little bit from Jeremy Rubin. Jeremy Rubin's pulled back a bit. So hasn't Kenron and Brad Bohr. Not Kenron. Tony Diamond. Their trucks almost look the same. It's a very easy mistake. But yeah, they pulled back a little bit. I think they kind of wore out the trucks a little too early.
Yeah, racing against Ronnie Norman, you gotta wear out the truck or he'll just walk off and leave you.
This guy needs to have a pre-race inspection like 3 days before we actually start racing.
He needs to have his setup confiscated and let him have my setup and I race his.
Probably still be in the wall.
Probably.
Just joshing with ya, haha. Oh, I had to. It's been one of those weeks I had to.
I just issued the drivers the 10-minute warning.
Awesome, and we are on lap 62, going into lap 63 of 110.
So we're going to be around lap 80, 85, 90. Give us a good 20, 25 lap shootout to the finish.
That won't be bad, yeah, because we have 47 laps to go. This isn't, I mean, granted we have 8 people racing, but, we've been racing for 41 minutes and we're over the halfway mark. I mean, that's really not bad at all.
Yeah, the quantity is normally good. I mean, for people like, oh, they only have so many. But the quality of the racing I'm seeing up here at the front is awesome.
Oh, Jeremy Rubin's going in on the inside, passing Jason O'Connor. And that's what I've noticed in the last couple of weeks. The quality of racing has picked up. I think we figured out a few of the issues among the different series and wean them out a bit to really close out the season on a good note. And Blake Freeman is talking in the chat, and he said it's a fixed setup shits.
Not your rig, the wheel, steering wheel, the pedals, computer.
Gotta be something. I think he has a NOS tank somewhere shoved in there.
You know, Freeman.
No, Ruben, but Freeman's in the chat.
Yeah, I'm go wherever he is and kick him right in the tooth.
Only one?
Only one.
You got Richard Tesk running back here in 6th. He's laid back quite a ways. He's going to get a top 10 finish, I mean, regardless. Unfortunately, as I said earlier, he's uneligible for the chase, but he's in there for owner's points. And as you guys saw from the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park race, he had one hell of a race up there. He led a lot of the race. And, you know, he had a top 3 finish. I mean, he had practiced, I don't even know how many hours, how many laps he put in, but it was enough to consider him being a huge contender for that track. And Blake just freaking laughed. You know, and it's good because, you know, as I mentioned earlier in previous races, this series is great to start out because it's fixed setups, it's fixed tracks, so you can run the C fixed ranked all week and have enough practice in to be able to compete in these races and compete against, you know, the greats in our league. Except maybe Ronnie Norman, because I don't know what the hell he has in his truck. But Ronnie Norman just... Oh, that was you, he passed. Okay. I was going to say, I thought Jeremy Rubin had got up there, but I'm like, nope, okay, that's the Cornerstone truck. Yes, Blake, blah, 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 I know. I'm just trying to talk up as many people as I can, because they deserve it, honestly. I'll tell you something good. You come right up here in the broadcast booth. Josh will show you something good. Hoo-hoo!
Yes, who?
Oh, I love it. Better be near the 5-minute mark, right?
Getting pretty close, and I'm loving this draft right now. It's making me feel fast.
Yeah, but Brad Bohr is sneaking right up on you and is about to pass you like you weren't even moving. But, you know, I'm glad you're out there on the track there tonight because it's nice to have that perspective and still be able to talk about it and physically see and hear what's going on from an actual driver, you know, most of the time, rather than just having two people in the booth talking about what's going on the track but not experiencing it. I'll be hearing that later in Facebook chat.
We got the 5-minute warning.
5-minute warning until the next caution clock. And you've just been passed by Tony Diamond. Blake says he's good. He shut down his computer, missed the race, didn't know we had an update. Oh, that's right. He hasn't been on this week.
Aha.
That little 500 megabyte update, I think. Actually, it was less than that.
See? Blake, that's what you get for being lazy all week.
Wonder what happened to Ken Ron. I think I'll pull him up here on the caution clock. Actually,
Well, I don't even know if he's out down there.
well, he's still in the race. See if I can find him. Ken Ron, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
What's going on out there tonight? What made you decide to park it?
Well, I did scrape the wall a little bit, and I thought, I'm getting tired, having a hard time staying awake, so I just pulled into the pits for a while.
I don't blame you. I saw the damage on your right side there. I figured something happened.
Yeah, I just started to doze off. Went up into the wall there a little bit. It's been a long week at work.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. We were just talking about that. We got Blake Freeman here in the chat too. He's just saying blah blah blah. He's been busy at work. He was gonna be here tonight and get his spot for the chase, but he had to do the update.
Well, he's still in, so he might be not as quite high up as he wants to be, but
He's
got as good a
7th.
shot as anybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, because the other guy, the 8th person, didn't show up, and so that means there's only 7 people running for 6 positions in the next 3 races.
Gives him a pretty good chance of advancing, I would say.
I mean, as long as we have, more people show up. I mean, I'm not sure why we only had, 8 people show up tonight. I don't know what went on, what's going on this week special, but, usually we have 15, 20.
Yeah, maybe guys are just taking a week off, getting ready for the chase, and just relaxing a little bit. We all need a break now and again.
Right, no, I don't blame them there, honestly. We have next week's race at New Hampshire. That's the Uno 175. That's 123 laps. And then the week after that, we have the Rhino Linings 350 night race at Las Vegas. That's going to be 103 laps. And then we have 2 weeks off.
That's a good way to kick it off. You watch, I know we have Talladega, I think, after that. You watch the numbers just skyrocket for Super Speedway, more than likely.
Oh yeah, you get people coming out of the woodworks. We'll have a 40-car field, and about 30 of them will crash on lap 10. Nah, I'm just kidding with you. I was talking to Josh earlier about this, mentioning that over the last couple races we've seen a huge improvement over all 3 series taking care of issues.
Oh, definitely. I'm not sure if it was Anthony riding everybody's rear end last week or what, but everybody seemed to get the message. Xfinity race went flawless, I thought, with a few cautions. Everybody moved out of the way for everybody. If you were faster, they just left you go. And then we saw the same thing in the Cup race, which I think only 3 cautions, and we had fairly nice sized fields in both of those races. So things are looking good.
And it's good to see that near the end of the season, closing out the season, 8, 9 races left to go. Mainly 7 races left for trucks, and was it 7 or 8 races left for Xfinity?
Yeah, this is just my idea on the whole thing. Everybody races so hard during the year to try and get themselves into a chase position or win a race so that they're eligible for the chase. And now that we're down to the nitty-gritty, it just seems like a few races before the chase, everybody decides that they're going to use their heads a little better and give room and realize, it's not worth racing the way they raced all year or what have you.
No, it's not. Let's go to a quick commercial break. We are on the caution clock. It is lap 82 of 110, and we will be right back.
The Rug Rack and Home Decor, where knowledge and quality matter.
Alright, and that was our sponsor, the Rug Rack and Home Decor, located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Go ahead and use their 1-800 number, or if you're local, go ahead and use their regular number. Call them for inquiries on how to get some really great home decor. Alright, let's see these pit stops this time. And Ronnie Norman did not slide sideways into the pit road this time. Looks like everybody's taking 4. They'd be kind of stupid not to. And Ronnie Norman's out first, followed by... Oh, wow. Okay. Ronnie Norman with a 15-second pit time still manages to take the lead.
I think he's definitely going to have to deal with the 34 car before this is all over with.
I think between the 34 and Jason O'Connor, I think he's really going to have a run for his money, especially with the last, 17 laps. No, 27 laps, sorry. Can't count.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Saying I can't count.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know I give Jason a hard time, and we joke back and forth and stuff, and I kid him about being slow and all that, and he's faster than me, so it's just all fun and games, but he has improved throughout the year. It would be nice to see him sneak in there and grab a win here before the chase starts.
I mean, he's sitting second for the chase right now, ready to go.
Yeah, he's moved up quite a bit here in the past few weeks. Point-wise, he's 200 points up, but that all goes away whenever the chase starts. So I give him a pretty good shot of giving Ronnie a run for his money there.
Exactly. Let's bring Jeremy Rubin down. Jeremy Rubin, welcome to the broadcast booth.
What's going on, buddy?
Too much. See you running in second there, but Jason O'Connor is giving you a run for your money.
Yeah, Jason's it's a fun fight up here, though. I'm trying to get Ronnie, and then Jason almost got me off the pit road there, so I almost fell back to third. But after starting in the pits up to second, uh-oh. All right, hang on. My quality's gonna spike here for a couple seconds. I'm gonna pull up. All right.
Did I curse you?
No. Ever since this newest update, I've had problems with my quality just all of a sudden going up, and then it drops down 10 seconds later.
Oh, okay. Gotta say,
Yeah.
You didn't blink at all on our screen.
Yeah, that's weird. I figured I would have disappeared on everybody else's screen. Alright, well, thanks for that. But no, yeah, looking forward to the last, we got about 25 laps to go here.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. These trucks are fun, they're not loose, they're a little too snug for me, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully we can put this 34 in victory lane.
Alright.
Just so you know, you're my pick.
Oh yeah, buddy. Now the curse is definitely on.
Alright, well, good luck out there to you tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it, Scotty. Hope you're having fun up there. I know attendance is a little low tonight, but hopefully we're putting on a good show.
Yeah, no, you guys are, definitely. As we come to 6 here, coming around the corner with, looks like... Who's that in the back? Oh, Josh, did you get a lap back?
Yeah, I let back, but I stayed in pits to get some more damage fixed.
Pace car is in. It's gonna be 25 to go. 24 to go. And Brad Bohr is right up Rubin's bumper. But Jeremy Rubin got that inside line in front of Jason O'Connor. Hopefully it stays this tight pack racing throughout the rest of the race. A lot of stuff going on. Ooh, wow, okay. Jeremy Rubin got right down in front of Jason O'Connor. Well, you got Richard Test back up behind Jason now, trying to get that team victory. Brad Borer on the outside of Jeremy Rubin. And you cannot count out Tony Diamond Tenney. Guys are keeping really close together. Josh, what's your max speed right now?
My max speed was at 170, but I'm going to go ahead and go into pits.
I gotta say, you're about 15 seconds, 15 miles an hour slower than the rest of the pack.
Yeah, I have a lot of damage. I hit the wall harder than I thought.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't really come in here to win. I came in here just to have fun.
Well, as long as you accomplish that, then, you know, what the hell, right?
And still testing out this computer.
Hopefully that computer works out for you. You know, Jason was kind of worried about that.
Well, I'm sitting at 60 frame rate, so that's 30 frame rates plus that I haven't been running.
And you can see everything.
I can see.
It really makes a difference when you can, you know, see all your rear view mirrors and be able to look on the track and see the lines, the way that the rubber is playing on the track.
And what some people don't know, which I found out last night in the cup race, I've been used to running 30, 32 frame rates per second. I recently got introduced to 60, and the reaction time improved so much I was not ready for it.
No, it's completely different. Like when I went from 45 frames per second on my gaming laptop, just 60 plus on here. I have it capped at 60 because there's no reason to be above 60. But you're right, the reaction time is so very different. And you got Brad Borer up here behind Ronnie Norman. As we come down to 18, 17 to go. But you got this pack of Jeremy Rubin, Jason O'Connor, and Tommy Diamond right behind him. And then followed by Richard Tesk. And then followed by Josh Eads.
Yeah, don't forget about Ken Ron.
I snuck back out there.
Oh, I see that. Didn't realize you had gone back out there. I'm sorry, Ken.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'm just avoiding the DNF fine, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you there. With our fake currency, you know, but it's nice to have that currency for next season.
I feel so good to be full speed again.
Yeah, I honestly, like, if I was down that low like you were, I couldn't imagine, you know, being able to do this.
I think I yawned about 30 times a lap.
Oh yeah? Well, we've got 15 laps to go, so... And I just want to thank you all out there who watched tonight. I know our attendance for audience was very low as well, but you know, maybe over the week the watch rate will go up, and you know, you guys come back next week. We're at New Hampshire, very flat track with maybe a 1%, 2% banking, and that's going to be very interesting. And for me, that track's only about 2.5, 3 hours away, maybe.
Sounds like a road trip, Scotty.
I'd rather go to Wiscasset.
think Jason O'Connor's going, so y'all could just meet up.
Either that or go to Oxford, but usually Wiscasset has the better racing than Oxford, and Wiscasset is bigger than Oxford. But because NASCAR does not run their ARCA series on Wiscasset, iRacing won't put it on. The highest they go is super lates. But still,
If the Wheeling Modified would go there, that'd be a different story.
they have, I think they have modifieds. Maybe not.
But NASCAR Wheeling Modified.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the keyword there's NASCAR.
I would have to check, yeah, because they run pretty much everything. I mean, it's a really great track. It's a 3-lane wide track. It's a little over 3/8 of a mile. Oh, Jason O'Connor sliding a little bit out, coming out of 3, 4. That dropped him back substantially. He's now sitting in 6th, right behind his running mate there, Richard Tesk. And we are on 10 laps to go. Brad Boyer is now a half second behind Ronnie Norman. I think if Jeremy Rubin could catch up to Brad, give him a little bit of a push, I think those two would be right up there with Ronnie Norman. Maybe give Ronnie a little run for his money, coming down to 9 to go.
Nah, I don't think that'll happen. Jeremy Rubin's probably looking at Brad Bower like he was hungry.
Yeah,
He's
you
probably
might.
in that position.
He's still holding the same distance. Oh, he dropped back a 0.1 second, 0.2 seconds. Oh, Brad Boyer dropped back quite a bit because Rubin's coming in on the inside, going to pass him for second position. 8 to go. Unless Brad's going to try to push Rubin up there near Ronnie, try to sneak up on him.
You know, Scotty, I'm gonna go watch Jason's broadcast just for that slip up.
Oh,
I
yeah?
guarantee there's gonna be shades of Kenner in here.
I would not be surprised.
Mama Jane won't be proud.
Yeah, he's still going to bring home a top 10. I mean, that's, you know... I think that might change the going into the chase a little bit, but I'm not positive.
He'll probably still be sitting pretty in third.
Ken, we'll have to get with you on that to try to figure out the starting positions for everybody for the chase.
Yeah, I think Nicole, since she does the points and everything, I think she makes up that grid and then she'll post it. But I thought Doug Hess was third in points. Jason
Yeah,
was
Doug Hess is in second with a win.
Yeah.
No, Jason O'Connor is second.
Yeah, he's second. I think Doug is third.
Doug is third because he's behind like 15 points.
But starting the chase next week, Doug will be second because he has a win.
Yep, those valuable bonus points.
So as you hear that out there, everybody, the chase standings will change. So I will update that image for next week for New Hampshire, and we are on 4 laps to go.
Yep, just take everybody in the top 7, put them at 2,000 points. Each win they have, just add 30 points.
3.
Oh, 3
3.
points, my bad, 3 points.
They wish it was 30.
Yeah, if it was 30, we might as well just go ahead and quit the season.
I gotta say, hell, you know who'd win the cup by then.
Alright, then 3 points per win, that's how you do it.
That's still gonna leave a pretty good advantage for Ronnie, though. I mean, he's won 7, gonna be 8 races out of 16 races.
So he's basically going to have at least a 21-point lead, I think, heading into the chase.
At least, if not, he's going to have a 24-point lead. Unless Ruben can pull something out of his hat.
He's pretty close.
He is pretty close. He gained a lot of momentum in the last few laps, with 2 laps to go. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Last lap, white flag. Can Ruben do it? He's got to really work something out right now. He's got about a half track to do it. Ronnie's going to slip up right here, but it's not going to happen. As they come across the line, you have Ronnie Norman followed by Jeremy Rubin, followed by Brad Boyd, Tony Diamond, Jason O'Connor, Richard Tell, Josh Sheets, and Ken Ron.
Whee!
Let's get there sooner or later.
Let's go ahead and start pulling people down. Josh, you now have the access to do that.
Brad Bower, Josh Sheets up here in the broadcast booth. Can you have a copy?
10-4.
Yeah, Brad Bower, 3rd place finish. I know we didn't have that many people here, but 3rd place is 3rd place. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. I burnt them up trying right on the restart, going from 4th to 2nd like that. But that's all, kind of all I had in it.
Well, you showed some good muscle in the early going. You got on the pole. You led some laps in the early going. You showed some muscle. Good job for you. Any last words for the folks at home?
Oh, I just appreciate everybody watching and hope it was at least a good competitive race, even though it was just a few of us. But appreciate y'all broadcasting this.
Well, thank you. It was a pretty good race out there for the 8 that ran. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't just a few of us, but it was, like I said, it was real competitive. So I mean, it was fun to drive in.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. And hopefully you can come back next week for another podium run.
Definitely. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jeremy Rubin.
What's going on, guys?
Congratulations out there on 2nd. You were trying so hard to get right on Ronnie Norman.
Yeah, when you guys kind of interviewed me, I was thinking about it. I knew Ronnie and Brad, they were going to be fighting for that top spot. So I was kind of lagging back a little bit. And then Brad you could see he burned his stuff, and I got around him, and I was catching up to Ronnie. And as soon as I got to Ronnie, I was following, like my eyes were following his line, and it screwed me up, and I just kind of overdrove it and had an awesome shot there for the win. Especially when Ronnie messed up coming off of 4 there with about 4 to go. I was like, oh, man.
Definitely, I know you were catching right up. I know you were behind quite a bit, and then you caught right up with, I think you had 0.2 seconds or 0.3 seconds behind him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I think I was about 0.5 of a second behind him, and then coming off of 4, or it looked like maybe in the middle of 3 and 4, he wiggled and kind of scooted up, and he had to get out of it a little bit. But once that happened, I was right on him, and just the next corner, I took his line and not my line. I tried his line throughout the night. I couldn't run it, so just a screw up on my part, and 25 ended up in victory lane. Had awesome race though.
All right, well, congratulations to you again on podium finish, and maybe we'll see you back next week. Next week begins the chase, and you are eligible.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then. Congrats again, Ronnie.
The one, the only, number 25, Ronnie Norman.
Hello, guys.
Win number 8 for you in the Truck Series. How do you feel tonight?
Feels good. Feels really good. Get with number 8. It's been a long season to get to this point, so to have this many wins going into the chase, it's a momentum builder. So we'll take it, and we'll see what we can do in the chase now.
And how do you feel about New Hampshire being the first race in the chase?
New Hampshire's I've raced on it a bit, so it's just we'll have to see come race day what the setup's going to be like. If it's going to be loose off, getting the setup the way that, well, I know you can't really change the setups, but the wheel settings to where they fit my needs, and just be able to get the truck to turn coming out of the corners. So I mean, either way, it's gonna be another one of these races where anything can happen. So, because I could have easily lost this race tonight, and Jeremy Rubin tried to show us how that's possible.
Yeah, he was coming right up on you. It was surprising how much he came back, and even Jason was running up there as well too, and he got loose and dropped right back a couple positions. But it's even with the settings that you guys had here tonight, this track is still a little bit of a beast.
Yeah, setup was great. I mean, it was really drivable. It made everybody here equal on the restarts. So, I mean, that last restart we were all equal there. So, I mean, Brad made me actually have to drive a little bit there on the end. He's a really good racer, so he made me have to go elbows up and stay ahead of him. So, and I mean, it's Jeremy. I mean, I really thought he had me there for a minute. I thought I messed up too bad racing Brad.
Yeah, no, you still managed to come out on top. Ken or Josh, you got anything for Ronnie?
No, just take it easy on him during the chase a little bit, will you?
I'll see what I can do. I have to talk to Justin on that one. I don't think he'll like it.
No need to talk to Ronnie. I mean, we've talked to him all year. We know what he's all about. That he's all about that win. We got to talk to him.
Yeah, I did try and curse Jeremy whenever we pulled him down here. I told him he was my pick to beat you on that last restart.
Yeah, he showed it. I mean, he saved the tires really good. I thought I was actually saving them pretty good myself, but I guess just on that first run, those first couple of laps. I mean, like I said, I really had to drive because Brad, he was right there, and I mean, any bad move I made that I could have made there at the end with Jeremy, I easily could have lost it.
You could have, but you managed to still come out on top like always, man. You are one hell of a racer in this series, and these guys really have a lot of competition to catch back up to you.
And I mean, I think it's good for them to have the competition like this because I mean, it makes them try to be a better driver, and learn from me. It's like Jeremy said, he was trying to run my line, and it's hard to run something if you're not used to it. So I mean, like I said, hopefully I can help people out and learn from it, so make them better.
Of course. Well, thank you. Thank you for everything. Congratulations again. Go ahead and put you back up in the channel.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you see on the screen, this is the chase coming up. Right now, we're going to have to go through and change this. The 91 of Robert O'Neill will not be running. This was his race to be able to be eligible, but unfortunately, we will only have 7 people running for the ECR Camping World Series 2016 chase this season. So with that said, on behalf of the Broadcast Network, I'm Scott B. Thank you, Josh Sheets and Ken Ron, for being in the booth. Thank you all for watching out there. Hope you have all enjoyed this race. Catch you back later. If you love iRacing and love the way we broadcast out here and want to see more broadcasts, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be back next week for New Hampshire Motor Speedway.